Hi, I'm Helene and this is Vanessa.
Hi.
And we're starting a new series called Fireside Chats.
We got inspired by the American president, Franklin D. Roosevelt, who got Americans through the most critical time, the Great Depression, by talking to people by the fireside and calming them down and giving them hope and giving them facts so that they could make good decisions for the future.
Perfect. Can we start? Vanessa, we are being asked every single day by both buyers and sellers, what's the market doing and what's going to happen within the market?
Yeah, we are getting asked that a lot. The market's going through a big correction right now. We've got different pockets within our marketplace that are going through different levels of adjustment. What is interesting is that the hinterland, for example, is adjusting, but not as, I guess, dramatically as other pockets within the Byron Shire.
Yeah. And so why do you think that is? Like, what's the draw card for the hinterland at the moment? What's going on there?
Yeah, it's a good question. It's safety. It's people feeling safe further away from the virus. So yeah, we're seeing the drop there between 12 and 15% in the market, whereas other parts of, like for example, Central Byron Bay going through a more significant price reduction at the moment across the board, closer to the 20, in some cases 25% drop.
Geez, okay. And is that on the sales, from a sales perspective only, or is it also from a rental perspective? Is that in general?
It's actually even more in the rental space than it is in the sales space. There's been a bit of confusion, some clarification by government. People do need to still pay their rent, for example. We found out over the last 24 hours, if they need assistance, they need to get that assistance from the government through Centrelink, and they need to be negotiating with their landlords, both in the commercial and residential rental space. Yeah,
so communication at the moment is absolute key, all round with everyone, with buyers, sellers, landlords, tenants, property managers, across the board.
And the general community too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So everyone is impacted in some way by the changes to that COVID is making in the real estate space.
Okay. What other hurdles are you facing during this time from a sales perspective?
Hurdles at the moment are about taking a little bit longer, for example, to get finance approved.
That was my next question. Is finance a key factor there?
Yeah, everything's taking more time.
Okay.
So the banks have been inundated with questions, with people wanting to know about accessing or pausing their mortgage payments, for example. All of that takes time away from other core business areas of the bank, for example, approving people for finance. So those types of, I guess, finance approvals are taking longer. So the whole, from offer and acceptance to exchange is taking a little bit longer than we have been in the past.
Right, okay. Well, just, the key points. We need to get those exchanges happening, so we can get the sale over the line.
Absolutely.
It's imperative that we, stick by our buyers and sellers.
Absolutely.
The whole way through. So we have to hold their hand during this time especially.
Absolutely.
And what other factors are being affected? Is there anything else like, are you being asked, why come to the market now? Why would I want to sell in this market?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
People's lives still go on. People still need to move for a variety of different reasons.
Especially in Byron, I find.
Yeah.
I find the market up here and the mindset up here, people don't want to stop. They do you find that they just want to keep keep on going with the norm and how we live and stuff like that. So
yeah, well, people have teenagers that are leaving home, for example. They now no longer need the big house like this, the one that we're sitting in.
So downsizing.
Downsizing.
Okay.
Is a critical example. And I think the most significant thing for people to recognise is if you're buying and selling in the same market, it doesn't make any real difference.
Correct.
And
Correct.
if you're selling in this market, for example, just remember that that's probably only one half of the negotiation.
Yeah.
You're probably going to go on and buy something. So you might take a hit on a property that you're selling, but just as likely you're going to be able to negotiate a much more, a better rate for yourself on the next purchase.
Yeah, makes perfect sense actually.
Yeah.
What is the difference between taking a property to market and keeping it, like go on a full marketing campaign, or selling it off market? Like, how are you getting that point across at the moment? Because there's still a lot of people out there who are wanting to sell off market, but I think they're missing out on a huge opportunity. Like, can you brief us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I think timing is everything. What we're seeing with off-market campaigns generally, and this is no matter what period of time we're talking about, off-market sales take longer to generate because sales is a numbers business. You have less eyeballs actually looking at the property, and therefore, less competition, and therefore less ability to drive a price up. So if I were selling in this market, or if I was helping you sell in this market, Helene, I would be saying, if you need to sell, fantastic, let's get you on the market. Let's get as many people as we can engaged with your property so that we can build competition and get you the best result in the shortest amount of time possible. No one has a crystal ball. No one knows whether the market's going to get better or worse. Chances are that it might get a little bit worse. I would be urging you to jump online, get it on realestate.com, get it on Domain. You're going to have less competition for your property right now.
If you're selling it.
And, it's the best way to actually know that as many people as possible who may not be in Australia, for example, have the opportunity to look at your property.
And as we know, we know that there's still plenty of buyers out there. There's, what is it? It's a third, isn't it? There's a third of buyers who are ready to go. Their pockets are lined and they're ready to go. And then there's another third who sit on the fence. And then of course there's the other third who are just in not a position to buy at all. But in essence, a third, it's a pretty high stat still. So there's still buyers out there. Do you are you feeling it's more like the tides have turned a little bit? Are you feeling it's more of a buyer's market at the moment?
Yeah, absolutely.
As opposed
it's a buyer's market.
I think we've had a pretty good run here in Byron, for the last 5 years, post GFC, of course. And that was a period itself for that. It took four years to recover from that event, really. So, and we've been on an upward climb ever since, and it's great. It's been amazing for everyone, but this was a very unforeseen circumstance, and here we are now.
And it changed like that, didn't it?
It did. It literally did.
It changed like that. At the beginning of the year, it was a seller's market all the way.
Absolutely.
And then COVID came and boom, it turned into a buyer's market, a serious buyer's market.
Yeah, probably towards the end of Feb.
Yeah.
I think it sort of all just turned around, didn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, well, look, thank you. That was a great little
The other thing I'd mention that I think I should have mentioned when we were talking about what obstacles is, yes, we can't have open homes.
Of course, yes.
We can't have open homes, but we're really good at being flexible and working with what we do have, which is awesome videography. We're running around taking videos and splicing them up and sending them to our prospective buyers. We're also able, and this is a positive to come out of all of this, we're able to have a lot more frank, honest, earnest well-informed discussions with both buyers and sellers. Some people don't like that as much.
Yeah.
Probably because they haven't made the decision really within themselves whether they actually are going to sell or whether they actually are going to buy.
Yep.
So the circumstances and the context is such that we're actually able to ask the straight question, are you selling? Are you buying? Can we help you? Because we'd love to help you buy or sell, but we need to know what your intentions are so that we can get you there. The quicker, the better.
And so, implementing tools at the moment, you know, like the FaceTime inspections, the virtual inspections.
Yeah, we've done a few of those.
We have done a few, and they've been really successful.
Really successful.
So that works. The other thing I've really noticed is the pace of everything. We've been running, and that's one thing I can actually say is that the pace is like slowed down. It's like we're sort of brisk walking at the moment, where the running's sort of slowed completely. And
the quality's come up.
Absolutely, because you have the time. Yeah. You have the time to spend with your buyers and with your sellers, you know, and with people in general. Yep. You're having longer conversations because you can actually stop and have a conversation with somebody in the street where normally you're like, oh, great to see you, you know, well, it should catch up. Yes. But now you can actually stay there and talk to them for 15, 20 minutes. I'm loving it, actually. It's really nice to sort of, there's a massive reconnection happening. Yeah. You know, within the world. Yeah. You know, I'm speaking to people all over the world saying, hi, how are you all? You know, is everyone okay? Yeah. So there's a big learn in this for everyone. Absolutely. I'd say the other real positive that I'm enjoying out of this too is thinking laterally and problem solving creatively. Yes. For example, I had some sellers who were really nervous about selling because they didn't know where to move to next. Yeah. And it's about going, well, I know people in that area who are agents. Let me get together with those agents and find out a whole bunch of off-market opportunities for you, just so that you feel confident moving forward and you feel confident that you know that agent, you can call that agent, for example. And using all the technology that we're using, we're getting upskilled in a major way. Social media, the list goes on. But it's we don't usually have time to invest in learning all these tools, for example, and now we do, and we're sharing things with each other. Oh, absolutely. In a collaborative way. Yeah, it's amazing. You know, even our meetings, these Zoom meetings, this is, it's fantastic. Yeah. Like, I'm loving the technology. I'm loving what we can embrace. Kids homeschooling. Yep. You know, it saves me an hour every day driving to school, driving back and forth to school, taking Charlotte to school, etc. And home, it's adapting. It's readapting to this new norm. And I think, you know, we'll get through this. I know we'll get through this. We will. Yeah. We still live in the best place in the world. Absolutely. Why wouldn't you want to live here? No, that's right. So we at least get to enjoy the benefits of living here. Even in a lockdown, we get out to have our exercise on a beautiful, pristine, empty beach and go for a swim and stay sane. Yeah. So we're lucky like that. And the surf's good, isn't it, Ollie? Yep. The surf's pumping. Okay, well, that's been great. Thanks, Ness. And thank you, Ollie. Thanks, Ollie. You'll be hearing from us again. Yeah. Take care, everybody. Cheers. Take care.